Hey guys, welcome back to Guts of Glory and Gold. I'm Melissa, and today's video is about how to love someone with a chronic illness. This video is actually the most requested from all of my family and friends, and I think it's such an amazing idea. I think it's such a pure, wonderful idea that the people around me are asking how specifically I want to be loved. And I also have a bunch of other people around me that do have a chronic illness or an autoimmune disease. You know, everyone's love language is different, but I think these little things can help just anyone, whether they have an illness or whether they just are stressed. I think this is such a wonderful idea, so I thank all of my friends for inspiring me to make this video. It's going to be divided with words and actions because that's how we show our love. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get into it. So being somebody that has an autoimmune disease, there are days where I have extreme pain and there's really nothing I can do about it. And there's also days where I might be having a flare or I'm dealing with these test results and I'm very anxious, and to be honest, I do feel a lot of shame and guilt every now and then, and that is its own video. But I think a lot of people that have an autoimmune disease or chronic illness, especially at the early stages, feel kind of guilty or feeling like a burden to those around them. You know, we're 23 years old and I'm supposed to be independent and I shouldn't ask anyone for help, and I'm stubborn and I can do this. But the thing is that there are people around you, more likely than not, that want to help you succeed and support you. And so if you ask them for help, the majority of the time they're going to help you. One of the best ways to love somebody with a chronic illness is through action. The majority of the time without being asked to do something. I have Crohn's disease, and so I am always dehydrated. So every now and then Hunter will bring me water, he will bring me Gatorade, and I'll do the vice versa for him. And he just knows that I am always dehydrated, so he'll always bring me something. Another thing you can do without being prompted is asking them if they can teach you the different colors and shapes of their medications, so you are then educated on what pill is needed for what situation. I have all these various different medications that are different colors, different shapes, and if I am in a situation where I don't want to speak, or I'm very overwhelmed and it's very obvious, whether I'm stressed, whether it's pain, whether I'm trying to control my body, I want Hunter to know what pill is necessary for that situation, so he can just go into my purse, grab it, and then give it to me. And I think having somebody that knows your medication, knows your situation, is just so relaxing and comforting to have, so that if you are in a public situation and something happens, your significant other or your best friend knows what to do. They know the drill. A tip that I gave in my video of the emergency hospital bag is your significant other, roommate, best friend should have a list of all of your medications, whether it's saved on their phone or printed out and put in their wallet so they always have it. I think that's very comforting to have as well, so that if you end up going to the emergency room, you don't need to worry or think about it because you got someone that has your back. You can ask your person the simple phrase of, "How can I help you today?" And that could be, you know, doing the dishes. And sometimes it might just be, "Hey, can you come over and we'll binge watch The Office? Because that's just what I need right now." If your person has to do injections and they're too anxious or don't feel confident in doing it, learn how to do it for them. Go to the doctor's office with them so you can see the nurse demonstrate. I will be posting a video on how to do injections for yourself, on yourself, and then I will be doing another video of having someone do your injections to you, so you guys can see two different ways. But in the meantime, go to the doctor's office to learn directly from the nurse, and they will give you the best tips and medical advice, more so than I can. Last but not least, I think this is the biggest thing for the actions part of it. Hold your person accountable, and this can be done in multiple ways depending on their situation. So for me, I want to lose weight. I have been exercising more. I have been eating better. Whenever I have those major cravings, he reminds me why I'm not going to eat an entire cake by myself. And it's because, you know, I want to be healthier. I want to be more physically active. I want to hike a lot more this year once it starts snowing. And I have the goal of hiking a 14er. And so in order to do that, I need to be a little bit stronger, a little bit more fit. In the moment, I might hate him for saying you can't have a cupcake, but in the long run, I know that it's the best thing for me. So I appreciate him holding me accountable. Now onto the word side of this. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I think it's very common for people that have a chronic illness to feel shame or feel like you're a burden and just never feeling like you're enough. And that's, you know, that's the whole mental side of having an autoimmune disease, and kind of why I created this channel, so that we can all build a more resilience to it and have a community. But one of the most important things that I need to hear, and that Hunter and my parents do a great job of reminding me, is that I am more than enough. And it just reminds me to give myself grace, which I think everyone in the world forgets. Also, if you are in a point where you're not officially diagnosed, or like something is happening and you're trying to explain it, being told that you are believed is such a wonderful feeling. It just helps me stay sane, and it helps me continue to fight and advocate for myself, that this is how I feel. I know this is going to sound weird, but this is how I feel, and I am not going to stop until I figure out how I can make this feeling go away. Another thing you can tell your person with a chronic illness is that you are proud of them. I was diagnosed with Crohn's back in 2013, and as I'm creating this channel and I hear these stories from other people that have Crohn's or a different autoimmune disease, I kind of feel like I'm not enough, that I'm not the right person to be doing this channel, even though I am very passionate about it. And it's because I belittle my journey so much. I did go through a lot of traumatic experiences, just like everybody else, of, you know, staying in hospitals for weeks on ends and having major surgery and trying to figure out my life after being diagnosed. And I very much belittle my past, and that adds to the idea of never feeling enough. My parents are so good at reminding me that I did go through a lot, and that I should be proud of where I am today, because, you know, I was told that I couldn't go to college, and I graduated college with 2 degrees, and there's just so much that I belittle about my journey, that when other people hear it, they're just like, no, that's amazing, you should be proud of yourself. And it's like I forget. And I think that's by far one of the best things you could tell anyone. And the last thing that you can tell your person and show your love is trying to understand the situation that they're in by asking them, do you want to talk about it, or do you want to forget about it? And I love when my friends ask me this question, because they're giving me the option whether or not I want to vent and deal with the situation, or, you know what, if I'm just in a lot of pain, I want to be distracted from it. I want to binge watch Parks and Rec or The Office or whatever, and just have this company next to me. And I love it when my friends give me that option to be distracted from whatever I'm dealing with. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope that it helped you, whether or not you have an autoimmune disease or whether or not your loved one has an autoimmune disease. I think everything in this video is a great way to show your love to all the people around you. I hope you guys like this video. Remember, you were never alone. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel to stay updated, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.